You're telling me they shot you with a revolver in your eye?
Yes.
Is it a BB gun?
No, it was a real gun, man. It was just a revolver.
If they shot you in the eye, you wouldn't be talking to me right now. It was most likely you'd be dead.
In the depths of tragedy, where violence shattered the tranquility of Christmas Day, the lives of Ryan Waller and Heather Quan were forever altered. Their love and dreams were violently snuffed out in an ambush that shook the very foundations of their community. What ensued was a gripping tale of loss, injustice, and a quest for accountability. On that fateful day in 2006, Ryan and Heather found themselves confronted by the unimaginable. Former roommate Richie Lee Carver and his father, Larry Lloyd Carver, unleashed a barrage of gunfire upon them, leaving Ryan shot in the face and Heather tragically killed. The motive behind this heinous act of violence remained shrouded in the darkness of jealousy and rage. As the shattered pieces of their lives lay before them, their families and friends were left grappling with the incomprehensible grief and an unrelenting demand for justice. But justice was elusive, as the subsequent investigation by the Phoenix Police Department unveiled a shocking tale of mishandling, negligence, and the further victimization of Ryan Waller. Interrogated for hours after being found bleeding profusely from his injuries, Ryan Waller was denied the most basic of human needs, medical attention. Instead of being treated as a victim deserving compassion and care, he was subjected to a grueling questioning, exacerbating his physical and emotional trauma.
Ryan, why don't you tell me what really happened there? Because I don't believe...
I really don't know, man. I really don't. I don't know. I can tell you anything, I swear.
The scars of that interrogation would linger long after the wounds on his face had healed. In the wake of such horrors, the families of Ryan Waller and Heather Quan refused to accept the injustice inflicted upon their loved ones. They embarked on a journey for accountability, filing a groundbreaking lawsuit against the Phoenix Police Department and the city of Phoenix. This legal battle would not only seek recompense for the mishandling of the investigation, but also set a precedent for holding law enforcement accountable for their actions. Join us as we delve into the heart-wrenching story of the Ryan Waller and Heather Quan murder case, a tale that reveals the devastating consequences of violence, the pursuit of justice against all odds, and the critical importance of empathy and proper procedures within the criminal justice system. Prepare to be gripped by a narrative that unearths the depths of human tragedy and the indomitable spirit that drives us to fight for truth and justice, even in the face of unimaginable loss. The murder of Ryan Waller and Heather Quan on Christmas Day 2006 remains a haunting tragedy. Ryan's former roommate, Richie Lee Carver, and his father, Larry Lloyd Carver, ambushed the couple in their home, resulting in Heather's immediate death and leaving Ryan with severe injuries. The motive behind the murder, believed to be jealousy, remains shrouded in mystery. Despite the tragedy, the subsequent legal proceedings shed light on police misconduct during the investigation and the importance of accountability. This article delves into the details of the case, the consequences of police negligence, the subsequent lawsuit filed against the Phoenix Police Department, and the broader implications of the Ryan Waller and Heather Quan murder case. The murder of Ryan Waller and Heather Quan on Christmas Day 2006 was a horrifying and tragic incident that shook the community and left lasting scars on those who knew and loved the victims. The details of the murder paint a picture of a senseless act of violence that forever altered the lives of everyone involved. On that fateful day, Ryan and Heather were ambushed in their own home, a place that should have been a sanctuary. The perpetrators of this heinous crime were Ryan's former roommate, Richie Lee Carver, and his father, Larry Lloyd Carver. Without warning or provocation, Richie and Larry burst into the home and unleashed a wave of violence upon Ryan and Heather. The attack was carried out with a chilling brutality. Ryan, shot in the face, and Heather, shot in the head, were left with devastating injuries. Tragically, Heather's injuries were fatal, and she lost her life instantly, her future abruptly cut short. Ryan, although gravely wounded, managed to survive, but the physical and emotional toll on him was immense. The gunshot wounds to his face resulted in permanent blindness, leaving him to navigate a world of darkness. The motive behind the murder remains shrouded in uncertainty, but it is believed that Richie's jealousy played a role. Ryan and Heather had been planning to get married, a prospect that apparently incensed Richie. His discontent and resentment towards Ryan and Heather's relationship may have driven him to commit this heinous act of violence, forever altering the lives of those involved.
You just saw Richie's and his dad shoot your girlfriend, and you just felt like you needed to go to sleep? Ryan, look at me. Ryan.
Yes. I don't know, man. I really don't know.
The interrogation process that Ryan Waller endured following the murder of Heather Quan and Richie Lee Carver was marked by significant flaws and misconduct on the part of the Phoenix Police Department. The police failed to provide appropriate care, disregarding the victim status of Ryan, and focused on treating him as a suspect rather than a survivor. This mishandling had severe consequences for Ryan's well-being and hindered the pursuit of justice. One of the most egregious aspects of the police interrogation was the complete disregard for Ryan Waller's urgent need for medical attention. Despite his critical condition, with gunshot wounds to his face causing profuse bleeding, the police refused to provide him with the necessary medical care. By neglecting Ryan's immediate medical needs, the police violated their duty to ensure the well-being of individuals involved in a crime. This callous approach reflected a lack of empathy and professionalism.
And that's
Is it a BB gun?
No, it was a real gun, man. It was just a
If they
revolver.
shot you in the eye with a revolver, you wouldn't be talking to me right now. It was most likely you'd be dead.
Despite his injuries and obvious distress, they subjected him to hours of intense and accusatory questioning. Treating Ryan as a suspect further compounded his emotional distress and confusion. It sent a clear message that the police doubted his innocence, undermining his trust in law enforcement. This approach not only hindered the investigation but also deepened the trauma experienced by Ryan, who was already grappling with the loss of his partner and his own severe injuries. Another significant flaw in the police interrogation process was the failure to collect vital evidence from the crime scene. Fingerprints, DNA samples, and other forensic evidence that could have potentially implicated Richie Lee Carver and Larry Lloyd Carver were overlooked or neglected. This lack of thoroughness compromised the integrity of the investigation and hindered the pursuit of justice. It raises questions about their competence and their commitment to conducting a thorough investigation. The lawsuit filed against the Phoenix Police Department and the City of Phoenix by Ryan Waller's family in 2007 was a pivotal moment in seeking justice and accountability for the mishandling of the murder investigation. The lawsuit alleged that the police had acted negligently, resulting in Ryan's injuries and the death of Heather Quan. The legal action sought $15 million in damages, reflecting the severity of harm caused to Ryan and the immense loss suffered by both families. The lawsuit accused the police of mishandling the investigation, failing to provide necessary medical attention, and disregarding crucial evidence at the crime scene. The case went to trial in 2011, where the evidence was presented before a jury. After careful deliberation, the jury found the Phoenix Police Department and the City of Phoenix liable for their negligence and awarded Ryan Waller's family $10 million in damages. This decision served as a powerful validation of the family's claims and a recognition of the harm caused by the police's mishandling of the case. The verdict in the lawsuit against the Phoenix Police Department had significant implications beyond Ryan Waller's case. It set a precedent for holding law enforcement agencies accountable for their actions and highlighted the importance of conducting thorough and unbiased investigations. The legal battle did not end with the trial verdict. The Phoenix Police Department and the City of Phoenix appealed the decision, seeking to overturn the jury's ruling. The appeals court reviewed the case and ultimately upheld the verdict in 2012. This final affirmation solidified the significance of the lawsuit and confirmed that the police department's negligence had indeed caused harm and merited financial compensation.